Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And yeah, we're going to be chatting briefly about how the Chiefs game versus Sekhukhune went and also the player ratings. One thing I'll add is this. I've been spending some time watching you guys, your YouTube videos, reacting to like Abo Kosi Nation with Umpilo reacting to the fans, etc., and seeing how you guys were taking in the win. And I've realized that a lot of you guys took the win more positively and you believe Chiefs played better than what I thought. So I've been questioning like why do I why did this game irritate me so much as I watched the full game on the TV? But from your guys' perspective, it was exciting. You guys think Chiefs played well. Not you guys, but a lot of fans who were reacting were saying Chiefs played well, etc. etc. So I was like a bit confused because I was like, I feel like we watched two different games because I honestly felt there were too many irritating issues in this game. But please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. We subscribe to this channel, guys. Come on. But anyway, guys, this is what I have to say. Look, I took some pictures of the game just to show you guys of some of the things I was like, we made this game difficult. We are starting to move right. Look, let me start by saying this. I apologize if a lot of you feel like it's wrong to say Molefe Nseke is a bad coach. The reason why I say this is because a lot of you have come to terms with the fact that we can't do anything about Molefe Nseke. We can cry all we want to cry. We can't do anything. So all we can do is accept that he's here. And yeah, so crying about him every day doesn't help. The game irritated me because there are so many glaring issues in terms of coaching yesterday that irritated me to the core. But anyway, we're going to highlight that in the game. So you guys must tell me, was I watching a different game or did you guys actually enjoy this game? Because me personally, I enjoyed how we played more against like the Super Sport United, or maybe not Super Sport, Super Sport. We kind of take it, but we weren't playing bad. We played good. It was just that players didn't finish. Royal AM, we played well, but this game felt so disjointed to me, and there were players I didn't believe should have played in this game. But let's go through some quick pictures. So in this picture I highlighted where Castillo has the ball and we're moving forward, and you can see Modi is running on the left. You can see Umatlo is on the right. Dupree is in the middle. Umatlo is in the middle. Dupree is on the right. And Saile is behind the play. Yo, Saile in his positioning, he needs coaching, my daughter. But anyway, the pass is going to happen and Modi is going to run around, is trying to run around and Castillo, but the ball gets intercepted. But in this moment, I wanted to show you guys something. Number one, our players lack an intensity and in focus around the box. Why do I say that? Dupree, where he's sitting, right? If he was showing good movement and already showing that he's attacking the box, I feel like Castillo would have picked up his run. But Castillo, in this moment, when he looked right, he saw that Dupree doesn't want to be part of the attack. So Castillo shifted his focus away from Dupree because he was like, Dupree does not want to be involved. And then Castillo was waiting for Modi to make a move because he realized that Matlo's move is a bit too tight and it will be a bit difficult. Another problem that I have in this situation is Saile. Saile, what I've been trying to tell you guys a lot of the time is that Saile lacks coaching, because in this moment what you're seeing is that Saile has to use his pace. Saile has to run straight through these guys, because I'm telling you, Castillo can find him. That is one thing I can tell you. Castillo can find him, but if Saile does not make that run, then Castillo can't pass someone who is not there. Let's go to the next picture. This one here is Dupree's shot. A lot of the times, we can't fault the shot too much, right? But yeah, we can. One thing I'll say that is better than the previous game is that at least Dupree shot this one on target. But I just showed it to you just to show the options around, because had Dupree put the ball slightly more to the keeper's right, the keeper would have to save the ball and push it more towards to the right and it could have found Castillo waiting there. So those are small things that in coaching, when you coach and stuff like that, those are small things you do inherently if you are coached to do it, like shooting the ball at a specific side of a keeper so that a ricochet falls more for your player than it does for them. In this moment, it's the Castillo, whatever, it wasn't even a shot, it was a chip that he did in the box. In this moment, I wanted to show you guys that Castillo in this moment has Dupree and has Saile. Why do I always complain about Saile? If you watch, I wish you guys could watch and go back and watch this highlight again. Watch how Castillo here is making is going to score, right? But one thing these guys have not picked up about Castillo. Castillo doesn't pass you if you are not showing initiative or you're not showing intention. So in this moment, Castillo, I feel like, was thinking of passing Saile, but Saile is jogging behind Cardoso. So in this moment, Castillo is thinking, if I put the ball in between Cardoso and Saile is not showing urgency. He's not accelerating for me to believe he will outrun Cardoso. But at the end of the day, I think Saile can. But Saile needs to force his teammates to make decisions of passing him by making the run already. So he needs to already enforce the run, because Saile doesn't do that. He jogs and then he believes too much in his pace that he thinks, Guti, if they pass me, I'll get there. No, show your teammates that you are already making that run. So it's things like that it's coaching, guys. It's coaching. And that's why I say Saile and Dupree like coaching. Let's go to the next one. In this one, this was straight after that Castillo chance, and from here, Frosler has crossed the ball into the box. But what I want to show you is this. In this moment when Frosler crossed the ball, he kicked it straight to the keeper. But can you guys see that actually in this moment, Sekhukhune only has 2 defenders and we have 3 offensive players in the box. We have 3 offensive players, but we don't utilize it. We don't utilize our numbers in the box. Meaning that in this moment, Frosler just had to make sure he puts it in the right area where we are competing. Castillo, we've seen, is good with headers. And I'll actually bring up something interesting I wanted to ask you guys about around Castillo. This is another Castillo moment. As you can see in this moment, I'm showing you, Guti. Castillo could have put it there for Saile or cut it back for Dupree. Easier chance than the chance he took. Why is he selfish? I don't know. It's training. And this is why when I say it's coaching, you know, when you do coaching, right? And we don't have striker coaches. No, we don't have striker coaches. So what happens is this, guys. When they're in training, I can tell you for a fact. I can tell you, I've never been to the Chiefs training, but I can tell you for a fact this happens. In moments like this, Arthur Zwane and Molefe Nseke are busy shouting, Castillo finish! Castillo bury him! Castillo finish! Hey, composure! Hey, Castillo! Hey, you know what? Have composure! Slow down! What da. You know, they like shouting at them, etc., etc. And then these guys, when they get into the box, they overthink. They overthink. In this moment where Castillo is struggling and overthinking, you could see he got caught in 2 minds of chipping, of passing it through the legs. He doesn't know what to do because he's overthinking. In this moment, it's simple. Find the open man. Find the open man. But because in training, Arthur Zwane and Molefe Nseke are busy like, take responsibility, finish him. What. These guys go and make useless decisions in the box. Oh, here I just wanted to highlight how Unqobo, this is going to be his issue why he doesn't make the Chiefs lineup, because he made 2 mistakes on the day. Well, it's not. I won't say it's mistakes per se, but it's not reading the game properly. Here, Unqobo saw the ball is gonna go through, and he saw the player running, but Unqobo did not track this player. He let this player beat him. Already that is an issue. But he saw the whole movement and he saw the player running, but he decided to not react to that situation. He waited for the player to beat him, then he wanted to recover. The whole thing of being reactive in terms of proactive is an issue. Uh, this one I just highlighted Matt. In this moment, you can see Matt is checking the player who is coming on his right, but he's not looking at the player who's coming up. So this pass is not a bad pass because this pass is a simple pass. Modi passes Matt, Matt lays it back to Ngobo, Ngobo switches play, finish and clear. But because Matt is not focused, he ends up losing the ball. This one here, I wanted to say Ungobo here actually, if it was Msimang would have actually intercepted this ball, but Ungobo couldn't sort out his feet. He has this running style of like shortening his steps to accelerate, and I think it's like some training he's doing, but he's slow. He's slow. Ngobo is very slow. Here is the other position. As you can see, Modi is taking a shot, but where is Sahile? Sahile is right there waiting for a pass that is going to be basically a tap in for him in the pole. But Modi decides to shoot. There were many options here because the defender had already committed himself. The defender running to Modi has committed himself. So Modi in this moment can pass Sahile, which is the best option. That's why I put it in green. This was supposed to be green. It looks very yellow. So for Sahile to score, he could have took it back to Castillo, or he could have laid it there for Dupree. In this moment, it was a moment of luck. The keeper lost the ball. Modi made this shot. The shot hit the defender, went to Dupree. Dupree took a shot. Castillo was in the right place, right time. That's what I wanted to highlight in this game. Guti, we made the game very difficult for ourselves. Let me give quick player ratings. Peterson, I'll give a 6. He did fine, but yeah, he looks like he's lacking confidence after the Sundowns game. I will say that he definitely looks like he's lacking confidence. Dove, I give Dove a 7. A 7. I give Dove a 7. I give Ditlokwe a 6.5. I give Njabulo Ngobo, I give him just a 6. There were many missed passes that he made, many clearances that he skewed off his boot and put us under pressure with throw-ins with Sekhukhune. So I just give him a 5.5 to 6. Frosler, I give a 6.5. Actually, Frosler, I give a 7. He also did well, like Dove, with the crosses, with the managing of the defense, also did well. Matt, like I told you guys yesterday, 2. Matt lost too many balls. Matt lost too many balls, and a lot of the times, and he made us concede that one goal. And a lot of the times, Matt was marking the balls that he's the one who lost. So Matt puts us in trouble when we shouldn't be in trouble, and I did not like that. Next one, Castillo. Castillo, I give a 7. I also give a 7. Yeah, Castillo, I've been saying this for a number of weeks now that I don't like his presence in the middle of the park. I feel like he can do more. I feel like we are not unlocking Castillo. And I actually have an interesting thing I want to ask you guys about Castillo, which I'll ask it when I'm done the ratings. Modi was 5.5 or 6. He didn't do too much. He just did enough. Yeah, 5.5 or 6, somewhere there, maybe 5.5. Dupree, always hardworking, 6, but decision making is becoming more and more a problem. Lack of coaching. Sahile, it wasn't his best game. 5.5. It wasn't his best game. And then when it comes to substitutes, Mtetwa, I've been seeing a lot of you guys saying you believe Mtetwa did well, etc., etc. Look, Mtetwa had a very simple debut. When I say simple debut, he didn't try to complicate things. He just made the simple passes, etc. But what I was saying is that Umtetwa, right? The one thing I wanted him to do is I wanted him to be able to turn, to spray the passes more, to find people more in the middle, etc. Sometimes Umtetwa, what you would do is Udove would pass him with the intention of Umtetwa turning and facing the other way and seeing and like changing the ball, etc., because it was too congested on Dove's side. But he would find ways to play 1-2s by Dove. And I was like, on another day, if Sekhukhune was pressuring us too much on that side, on that congested side, we would lose the ball because he was playing it. We have not become that confident of a team. We are a team that we like utilizing space. We like utilizing space. We haven't gotten good at playing in these small, intricate passes between the lines. We're not there yet. And the reason why I say we're not there yet is the reason why we can't build from the back. If we could do those passes, we would build from the back. But because we can't, the only person who actually tries to do those things is Dove. But yeah, without the right midfielders, you can't do it. So that's why I'm saying Teta, for a debut, I gave a 5. He didn't do too, maybe 5.5. 5.5 is maybe too harsh. 5.5, he didn't do anything too bad, but he didn't really impact the game. When I say impact the game, I was like, Mtetwa has to be better than Matt. And he was, but he did the same thing Matt did sometimes of when he ran out of options, he just kicked the ball. And then, so he lost a lot of possession just kicking the ball. And that is one thing I wanted him to not do. He didn't do lose possession as bad as Matt, but there were two situations where he just kicked the ball. And then I was like, ish, you see this thing of kicking, it seems like it's a training thing in gym because like, yeah, it didn't look good. Du Shabalala, didn't see too much of him. I can't really give him a rating. One thing I'll say about him, Du Shabalala, his teammates do not know how to read his movements. So he makes the right moves, but the teams don't pass him with the right weight. The teams don't know how to find him in the box. Training, coaching. But anyway, um, then who else was it? Ranga. So I won't give Dushabela a rating. Ranga, I gave a 4. Reason why I give Ranga a 4, why don't you go to the box? As slow as you are, you don't go to the box. You don't want to. This guy is a tracker. I saw him try to outrun someone, and then I was like, this guy will not win this race. He's too slow. But he doesn't put himself in positions to win. It is lack of coaching, but even as a player, if you know that you need to be in the box, go to the box, Baba. Don't wait for someone to tell you to go to the box. Go to the box. Hi. Anyway, let me actually give you one last thing I wanted to say about Castillo. And I want to know what you guys think about it. It's a very dangerous thing I'm going to say because it goes against what we have as Amakhosi faithful have been hammering on Tseki about playing players out of position. But I wanted to ask you guys about it. What if, this is a very big what if we could play Castillo as a false 9? Would that not work? Especially if someone like Keegan Dolly arrives and we have more midfield options. And because the reason why I'm saying this, Castillo is very good with his head and he's very good with runs in the box and he can match Saile and Dupree in terms of pace so he can get to the box. So what if we have a formation where we will have Mtetwa as the number 6, we have Udoli or as the number 8 on the left, we'll have Umatlo as the number 8 on the right, we'll have like Omodi on the left hand side, or maybe Saile, and then we have Udupri on the right hand side, or maybe Potsani. But obviously Dupri will be in the game whether left or right, but you'll decide if you're playing Modi or Potsani on the left or the right. And then as the striker, we put Castillo. But when we play Castillo, we don't make him the target man. We tell him to drift left and right, left and right, but always find yourself in the box because that's what he does. He can make play and join the and make sure he gets in the box. It is a crazy thing I'm saying, very crazy. But is it possible for us to make Castillo like a false 9? Why? What kind of false 9 do I say? If you've ever watched Liverpool, how Liverpool used to play is that a lot of the times Sadio Mane and Salah were always ahead of like Firmino. Firmino played like a deep false nine. So deep false nine is that he would come into the middle a bit, help make the passes, spread to Sadio Mane or Salah, and then he would join late in the box. So a lot of Firmino's goals were him arriving after Mane and Salah have made the runs on the left and the right, and Firmino would come in there and play the tap ins, etc., or the late headers from Salah or Mane, etc. And the thing is that the reason why I say that is because when we play with Ranga and Gonzalez and they come too deep, they cannot catch up to Dupree or Saile. So Dupree and Saile end up outrunning our strikers, and they don't have the patience to wait for the striker to come into the box. So imagine if Castillo could play a false nine, create, and join the attack. So in our box, we could end up finding ourselves having Dupree, Saile, and Castillo. Instead of Castillo playing a number 8 and coming too far deep. And Castillo likes making late runs. So if we have Dolly in the team, we could Dolly would always find Castillo breaking through the middle, breaking the line, etc., etc. It's a crazy thought. Look, it is a very crazy thought. I know it's a crazy thought, but like he's the one person who seems to be scoring. So is it that crazy? I don't know. Subscribe.